Shalom, friends. I'm back. So I wanted to actually add in the Torah portion reading from Judges, the book of Judges, which is also known as Shoftim. And I also wanted to add a portion from the Brit Chadashah. So first I will be reading from the book of Judges, Shoftim, which starts from chapter 11 and essentially just goes through not the whole chapter, but a good portion of it. So I will read that for you as well. Now Yiftach, a brave soldier from Gilead, was the son of a prostitute. His father, Gilead, had other sons by his wife. And when his wife's sons grew up, they drove Yiftach away and told him, "You will not inherit from our father because you are another woman's son." Then Yiftach fled from his brothers and lived in the territory of Tov, where he enlisted a gang of rowdies who would go out raiding with him. After a while, the people of Ammon made war against Yisrael. When the army of Ammon attacked Yisrael, the leaders of Gilead went to fetch Yiftach from the territory of Tov and said to him, "Come and be our chief so that we can fight the army of Ammon." Yiftach answered the leaders of Gilead, "Didn't you hate me so much that you forced me out of my father's house? Why are you coming to me now when you're in trouble?" The leaders of Gilead replied, "Here is why we've come back to you now. If you lead us in war with the people of Ammon, you will be head over everyone living in Gilead." Yiftach answered them, "If you bring me back home to fight the army of Ammon, and Adonai defeats them for me, I will be your head." The leaders of Gilead said to Yiftach, "Adonai is witness that we promise to do what you have said." Then Yiftach went with the leaders of Gilead and the people of Israel. The people made him head and chief over them. Yiftach repeated all these conditions at Mitzpah in the presence of Adonai. Yiftach sent messengers to the king of the people of Ammon to say, "What's your problem with us? Why are you invading our territory?" The king of Ammon answered the messengers of Yiftach, "Because Israel took away my territory when they came up from Egypt. They took everything from the Arnon to the Yabok and the Yarden. Now, restore it peacefully." Yiftach sent messengers again to the king of the people of Ammon with this response. Here is what Yiftach has to say. Israel captured neither the territory of Moab nor the territory of the people of Ammon. But when Israel came up from Egypt, walked through the desert to the Red Sea, and arrived at Kadesh, then Israel sent messengers to the king of Edom to say, "Please let us pass through your lands." But the king of Edom wouldn't let them. He sent a similar message to the king of Moab, but neither would he. So Israel stayed at Kadesh. Then they walked through the desert around the territory of Edom and the territory of Moab, past the east border of the territory of Moab, and pitched camp on the other side of the Arnon. But they did not cross the border into Moab, for the Arnon was the border of Moab. Israel sent messengers to Sichon, king of the Amori, and king of Heshbon, with this message, "Please, let us pass through your land to our own place." But Sichon did not trust that Israel would only pass through his land. So he gathered all his people together, pitched camp in Yahatz, and fought against Israel. Adonai, the God of Israel, handed Sichon and all his people over to Israel, and they killed them. Thus, Israel possessed all the territory of the Amori who lived there. They took possession of all the territory of the Amori from the Arnon to the Yabok, and from the desert to the Yarden. So now that Adonai, the God of Israel, has expelled the Amori before his people Israel, do you think that you will expel us? You should just keep to the territory your God Kamosh has given you, while we for our parts will hold on to whatever Adonai our God has given us of the lands that belonged to others before us. Really, are you better than Balak, the son of Zippor, king of Moab? Did he ever pick a quarrel with Israel or fight with us? Israel lived in Heshbon and its villages, in Aroel and its villages, and in all the cities on the banks of the Arnon for 300 years. Why didn't you take them back during that time? No, I have done you no wrong, but you are doing me wrong to war against me. May Adonai the judge be judged today between the people of Israel and the people of Ammon. But the king of the people of Ammon paid no attention to the message Yiftach sent him. Then the spirit of Adonai came upon Yiftach, and he passed through Gilead and Manasseh, on through Mitzpah of Gilead, and from there over to the people of Ammon. Yiftach made a vow to Adonai, if you will hand the people of Ammon over to me, then whatever comes out of the doors of my house to meet me when I return in peace from the people of Ammon will belong to Adonai. I will sacrifice it as a burnt offering. So Yiftach crossed over to fight the people of Ammon, and Adonai handed them over to him. He killed them from Aroel until you reach Minit, 20 cities, all the way to Avel Klamim. It was a massacre. So the people of Ammon were defeated before the people of Israel. Now I will be reading from Yochanan, chapter 12, from verses 27 to 50. This is Yeshua speaking. It will start with Yeshua speaking about what's going to happen to him at the end of his life. Kind of gives a brief idea of what that looks like. So I will be reading from verse 27 to 50, chapter 12. So Yeshua says, "Now I am in turmoil. What can I say? Father, save me from this hour? No. It was for this very reason that I have come to this hour. I will say this, Father, glorify your name." At this, a bat kol came out of heaven. I have glorified it before, and I will glorify it again. The crowd, because he had a whole crowd around him listening to him at Jerusalem. This was taking place in Jerusalem. The crowd standing there and hearing it said that it had thundered. Others said an angel spoke to him. Yeshua answered, "This bat kol did not come for my sake, but for yours. Now is the time for this world to be judged. Now the ruler of this world will be expelled. As for me, when I am lifted up from the earth, I will draw everyone to myself." He said this to indicate what kind of death he would die. The crowd answered, "We have learned from the Torah that the Messiah remains forever. How is it that you say the Son of Man has to be lifted up? Who is this Son of Man?" Yeshua said to them, "The light will be with you only a little while longer. Walk while you have the light, or the dark will overtake you. He who walks in the dark doesn't know where he is going. While you have the light, put your trust in the light, so that you may become people of light." Yeshua said these things, then went off and kept himself hidden from them. Even though he had performed so many miracles in their presence, they still did not put their trust in him. Them is referencing just some of the Pharisees of his day. Just some of the Pharisees. That's all. And some of the common people. Just some. Not everyone. So even though he had, verse 37, even though he had performed so many miracles in their presence, they still did not put their trust in him, in order that what Yeshayahu, Isaiah, the prophet, had said might be fulfilled. Adonai, who has believed our report? To whom has the arm of Adonai been revealed? The reason they could not believe was, as Yeshayahu said elsewhere, he has blinded their eyes and hardened their hearts, so that they do not see with their eyes, understand with their hearts, and do tshuva, so that I could heal them. Yeshayahu said these things because he saw the Shekhinah of Yeshua and spoke about him. Nevertheless, many of the leaders did trust in him, but because of the Pilshim, Pharisees, they did not say so openly out of fear of being banned from the synagogue, for they loved praise from other people more than praise from God. Yeshua declared publicly, "Those who put their trust in me are trusting not merely in me, but in the one who sent me. Also those who see me see the one who sent me. I have come as a light into the world so that everyone who trusts in me might not remain in the dark. If anyone hears what I am saying and does not observe it, I don't judge him. For I did not come to judge the world, but to save the world. Those who reject me and don't accept what I say have a judge. The word which I have spoken will judge them on the last day. For I have not spoken on my own initiative, but the Father who sent me has given me a command, namely, what to say and how to say it. And I know that his command is eternal life. So what I say is simply what the Father has told me to say."